Capricorn, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for August 7th through to the 13th. Let's jump in and see what's on the cards for you, Cappy. Before I get started, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, you might want to leave me a comment, but most definitely subscribe if you want to see more of these readings. It's all engagement based here on YouTube, so it really helps us stay around and continue to do these readings, so I'd really appreciate that. Also, all the links that you need to head over to my website, book a personal reading, to learn tarot with me, to join my karmic community, or to come across to Instagram, or my other socials are down below too. Alright, well Capricorn, that one is jumping, so I'm going to take it. I have got communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So you might be dealing with a Gemini, but new moon energy for me is, you know, new beginnings, new doors opening, planting new seeds, and we've got communication as key. So maybe you are wanting a fresh start here or a new phase, and it's really saying, well, if we don't sort of speak that into reality, if we don't have the right conversations, talk to our network, be reaching out, then essentially, you know, we haven't called it in. I always say that the words we speak are the spells we cast, Capricorn, because, you know, when we say the words, like let there be light, right, then the universe answers, and it's like other people around us start relating to us that way as well. Oh yes, that new beginning, oh I've got an opportunity, that's when things come our way. So maybe there is some spells you need to cast with your words. Okay Capricorn, let's build on this message. I have just the major arcana cards from the tarot here. They are 22 cards that are the big life lessons, big themes from the tarot. So let's see which one you are currently moving through as it pertains to a new beginning. Guess what I got? Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness, the WOF as I call it sometimes. So the Wheel of Fortune generally is a huge sort of cyclic or season shift in your life. Like, it's not just, well, I'm leaving that relationship or job for another one, similar flavor, slightly different experience. This is like completely new directional energy. In the Wheel of Fortune, that Jupiter energy always wants to expand your experience, bring you growth, like, you know, head you into new territory so your soul can evolve. So the Wheel of Fortune brings profound change and it shifts cycles. It's a 10-year energy for me, Capricorn. So it's funny because in the collective at the moment, there is so much grand completion energy of 10 and 20-year cycles. I personally know somebody who is transitioning out of a 20-year marriage. I also know some other significant couples that are going their separate ways after 10 years together. I know another person who is moving across the globe, relocating, and others, and plenty of people that I do readings for, are finally taking the plunge, you know, from say corporate slavery into entrepreneurial career paths. So we're talking very directional change here, and I'm wondering what it is for you, Capricorn. Generally, the Wheel of Fortune wants to, you know, change your luck, shift your fortune into the positive, because it's about embracing that change. And normally when we do, it's overdue or it's the right time, and that's why we're rewarded. So communication is key. You're heading towards a new beginning. The Wheel of Fortune says, it's time, let's do it. Now the Wheel of Fortune is always shifting, but are you ready, Capricorn, to move with it? Now, what is also interesting to know is that I believe that you have a plan for your life, Capricorn, that you've actually, you know, signed up to move through with your spirit team before you were born here, right? But then we're born, we forget the plan, and on top of that we're given free will, which allows us to choose in any given moment, you know, what we want. So really the challenge, one of the challenges in life becomes to find the new doors to step through, to meet the significant people we're supposed to connect and relate with on our life plan. And we know when we're getting close because we start seeing angel numbers, we start feeling the magic, we start bumping into people that we feel like we've known, right? The feeling of getting further away or further off life plan can be where things are stagnant, where we feel like we're not growing, where the people that come our way feel sort of out of alignment or sort of off, okay? And that's your indication that really there needs to be change. Okay, I'm pulling your cards, Capricorn. I've got Two of Cups, situational energy. I have the Death card and the challenge. Queen of Wands and the advice. That was the card that was just popped out when I was starting the shuffle, so she wanted to come through. So Queen of Wands, Aries energy, Scorpio energy with the Death card, Gemini energy with the New Moon Oracle card, Six of Pentacles, and your outcome. Do you know what's at the bottom of the deck? The Star, Aquarius energy. So we're really about, in this reading, realigning to a path of destiny and purpose. And the concept that I've spoken about, Capricorn, is really you know, the process, okay, that process of life alignment. I'm very passionate about that and helping people and guiding people back to their life plan, okay. Now, let's dig into this for you, Cappy, because in the situational energy, I have the Two of Cups. Now, it feels like there is a partnership, a relationship, that is significant in this shift for you. Now, it's not limited to romantic partnership. It could be a business partnership, friendship. You know, I also feel that when we are in an employment contract, we are partnering with the energy of that organization as well. So, and I will say with the Death card in the challenge that we are looking at the end of a season or the end of a cycle here. Now, I've pulled... We're going to clarify as we go, Cappy. So I've pulled the Two of Cups with the Eight of Wands here. Now, the Eight of Wands is the other card of profound change. Like if you ask me 3 cards in the tarot that are about profound change, I would say Wheel of Fortune first, maybe the Tower second, and the Eight of Wands third. Okay, so we have 2 of them in this reading so far. Now, the Eight of Wands is directional change, like just when you thought you were heading in this direction and maybe you sort of had a plan, all of a sudden the universe brings something or somebody in and you're going over here. But what you're actually doing, Capricorn, is realigning to your life plan. And the reason why you're so keen to move in that direction when it shows is because it feels innately right. So I've got that coming through with the Two of Cups. Now, for some of you, I'm actually feeling that there is a new partnership here that you've been called to move towards, or that you've received communication from. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. And it could, like I said, you could be partnering with a new organization. You could have been communicating with somebody online, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know, and that could have gone on for a while, and it's like, I'm going to meet that person. Or maybe you've gone through that process and it's like, no, we're actually going to locate and live together. Because the Eight of Wands is often, you know, a change of location, a change of place, or a change of direction after a lot of energy and messaging. Remember, communication is key to the Wheel of Fortune moving. So I feel like we have a conversation or some messaging that is going to, you know, sort of climax in a really big change here, and you accepting a new beginning. And it's funny because if you notice in this card, Capricorn, how we've got this person here, the Divine Feminine, dressed as the High Priestess, and then we have this person here dressed as the Fool. So we've got intuitive, fresh new starts here. And I think that you're already feeling that whatever you have been, whoever or whatever organization you've been communicating with, I feel like you know this is the gateway to your new beginning, but it's been maybe in its conversational stages here, but you're getting ready for a bravery leap into the unknown, into the fresh new start. Now, we've got the Death card in the challenge. I'm going to draw the clarifier for that one. This is the Judgment card, Capricorn, but it's called Awakening in this deck. So you've got some really big energies here. And the thing about the Judgment card, it's the second to last of those 22 major arcana cards, okay? So the only one after this is called the World, and it talks about grand cyclic completion. So you know how I talked about the 10 or 20 year energy from the Wheel of Fortune? Well, the Judgment card is saying that you are sort of being called to review a situation or a cycle from 10 that you began 10 or 20 years ago, and it's time for that to complete so that you can move to this new beginning. And the Wheel of Fortune is the energy that's coming in to try and propel that change. So think about right now, like we're in 2023, what were you starting in 2013, or for some of you, 2003. Okay, so that could have been I finished uni and embarked on a career path, or I started planning for my retirement, or, you know, I entered into a relationship, or I relocated somewhere, or I set some kind of goal. Okay, and I feel that that is wrapping up now, that cycle, the Death card. It feels like this, whatever you started then has entered its winter. And I personally believe that every single situation goes through the seasonal cycle, and including our actual life cycle, okay, our lifespan. So, you know, we have the initial time, the spring, where we're planting new seeds, it's getting started, and the excitement of where is this going to go and how's it going to unfold. The summer, where, you know, things are growing and flourishing, the honeymoon period in a relationship, the period in the job where, you know, we're kind of peaking in it, earning the most money, or feel like we're really on our game. But eventually the fall and winter comes where things die down, right? Every situation, things start slowing down, and we have a decision to make. Do we allow this to go back to the earth, a lot like when a tree sheds its leaves, right? And it kind of goes into that sort of dormant state for the winter. Are we going to allow that to bear new life in the next spring? Or is this the time to fully allow that to go back to the earth, to release, to let go, to die, essentially? And with the energy that I'm seeing here in the Wheel of Fortune, there is a season or cycle that needs to go back to the earth, because there's a new spring, a new summer somewhere else. With the Judgment card, you're probably getting signs as to what that is, or signs around that. And what you are releasing, you will know, because it's something that has either gone stagnant, is not bearing any more fruit, is not giving you growth, like metaphors here, or is actually overtly holding you back in some way, and you'll know what that is. It's sort of devil energy where we feel entrapped, or, you know, if sometimes when we overstay in a situation, we start getting tower moments, we start losing, or, you know, nothing new, no new doors open. You know the feeling in your life where it's like nothing has shifted for ages. In fact, it kind of feels like I'm going backwards. That is your indication to change. So the advice, Capricorn, is the Queen of Wands, and she's Aries energy, which is all about forward movement. Remember when I said about this card here, how we can see the High Priestess and the Fool represented? The Fool is one of the Aryan energies, as is the Queen of Wands. So you're actually being asked to fire up into fire energy, to think about the actions that you need to take, determined action with the Queen of Wands, to move with this energy of the Wheel of Fortune, to step through this new doorway. So faith leaps definitely comes up. Queen of Swords, double queens, interesting. Libra energy here for me. So we've got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Swords is clarity of direction, truth, alignment. She really wants you, all that, both of these feminine energies want you to really get clear on where you want to head and what you want for your life, and then take fiery action towards that. Now, the Queen of Swords can sometimes indicate new contracts, legal situations. You might need to get legal advice on leaving behind a situation, ending a rental agreement, shifting a mortgage, getting out of an employment contract, something like that. Or on the flip side, to enter into one of those situations. So we've got a new direction. The advice is get very clear on where you want to go and start taking the action, start stepping towards it, as based on your instincts here. So these are very active, forward-moving energies, okay? And even the Death energy moves forward, because through release, the Sun energy rises, meaning there's new growth, there's new energy that's being injected into your life. So that's what we have with those energies here. Now, the outcome is the Six of Pentacles. In this particular reading with the Eight of Wands, this is the tables turning for you and getting back into control, back into power in your life, and beginning to receive tangible results as well. Comes in with the Five of Swords, interestingly. So what I'm feeling here is that the situation that you're moving out of was a Five of Swords situation. there can't be any winners, or if you do, let's say, win in this situation, it comes at a cost. That cost, I feel, is not being completely in alignment with your life plan. In the Six of Pentacles, we see Emperor and two beggars. It feels like you're stepping out of a situation where maybe you didn't have as much control, or, you know, you had to sort of go along with it. But it feels like through this process that we've talked about, you can turn the tables, you can flip the script. And the Five of Swords asks us to always consider where we're investing energy, or mental energy, or physical energy, where it might be too taxing and the win either comes at a cost or can't be achieved. Sometimes we need to know when to actually just, it's like no retreat, no surrender. Like, you know the movie if you're an 80s kid like me, you know, no retreat, no surrender here. But if it comes at too much of a cost, then we have to put down those swords and move away. And I feel that that's just a little bit contradictory, wasn't it? No retreat, no surrender. I actually suggesting the opposite here, because the message of the Death card is to surrender to the endings that want to happen. But what we shouldn't be retreating and surrendering on, here it's coming in, is the destined life plan. And we've kind of talked a little bit, Capricorn, about how you can recognize when you're in alignment versus out of alignment. It feels like you are being guided towards a new direction here, and there is something to let go of. I actually see someone who's tipping out the Two of Cups here, and we started the reading with the Two of Cups. So we have a severing of direction or partnership or organization, partnership, in order to realign to your truth. And what you're moving into, Capricorn, feels like you're being called to be more in your unique expression of who you are. Like you're taking a step where either the place, the relationship, the job is just going to feel a little bit more of a fit for you. So this is a beautiful energy of healing, rebalancing, rebirth into your destined divine direction in alignment with your plan. But yes, it is a process, and when we leave situations that we've become maybe too comfortable in, or we've been avoiding change in, you know, we go through a quantum leap, because comfort doesn't bring any growth, but what does bring growth and expansion is the Wheel of Fortune. So I think that you can expect a message, or you might be in messaging or conversation with somebody, Capricorn, about a major change. You must keep the communication open. And if this hasn't kicked off yet, it's time for you to start networking, seeking, and, you know, that's when you can expect those shifts to come in. But we're looking at a grand cyclic completion of 10 or 20 years. The energy is there with the astrology at the moment as well, and I'm wishing you the very best with your shift. So that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this message, Capricorn. If you'd like a personal reading to tune into your specific circumstances, the first link down below will take you to my website to check that out. And do follow along on Instagram for daily readings as well. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and hit the subscribe button on your way out. I am wishing you all the love and magic, Capricorn. Do take care. Bye for now.